Our first comparison point is the fundamental objective of each fund. VEA aims to track the performance of the FTSE Developed All Cap VXUS index. It focuses on developed markets outside of North America. On the other hand, VXUS aims to track the performance of the FTSE Global All Cap VXUS index. This includes both developed and emerging markets outside of the United States. So, if you are looking for exposure to emerging markets as well, VXUS might be a better choice. Next, let's compare the expense ratios, which VEA has an expense ratio of 0.05%, which is extremely low and competitive. VXUS, on the other hand, has a slightly higher expense ratio of 0.08%. While the difference may seem small, it can add up over time, especially for larger investments. Therefore, VEA is more cost-effective in terms of expense ratio. Now let's talk about the number of holdings each fund has. VEA holds over 3,900 stocks, providing a broad exposure to developed markets. VXUS, however, holds over 7,400 stocks, which is almost double that of VEA. This means VXUS provides a broader exposure, including both developed and emerging markets. Looking at the performance over the past decade, VEA has had an average annual return of 5.57%. VXUS, on the other hand, has had a slightly lower average annual return of 4.92%. Therefore, in terms of past performance, VEA has a slight edge. In terms of risk, both funds are considered to be medium risk. However, due to its exposure to emerging markets, VXUS may be slightly riskier than VEA. Therefore, if you are risk-averse, VEA might be a better choice. Let's now look at the dividend yield. VEA has a dividend yield of 2.67%, while VXUS has a slightly lower dividend yield of 2.6%. This means that VEA provides a slightly higher income stream through dividends. In terms of sector allocation, both funds have a similar allocation, with financials, industrials, and consumer discretionary being the top three sectors. However, VEA has a slightly higher allocation to financials, while VXUS has a higher allocation to consumer discretionary. Looking at the country allocation, VEA has a higher allocation to Japan and Europe, while VXUS has a higher allocation to emerging markets. This could be a deciding factor depending on your preference for geographical diversification. The liquidity of both funds is high, with VEA having an average daily volume of over 7 million shares and VXUS having an average daily volume of over 2 million shares. This means that both funds are easy to buy and sell. The winner and why slide declares VEA as the winner based on the evidence. Reasons include a lower expense ratio, slightly better performance, lower risk, and a higher dividend yield. However, remember that the best choice depends on your individual investment goals and risk tolerance. Thank you for watching our comparison of VEA and VXUS. We hope this comparison has been helpful in making your investment decision. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to our channel for more comparison videos. Your support helps us to continue providing high quality content. Thank you.